It's time for Rabbi Minkowicz's Weekly Torah Lesson, a place where life's most difficult questions are answered. Here with his spiritual perspective and insight, Rabbi Minkowicz.
Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha Shemini. The question of the week is, how can we merit to see God? So in this week's Torah portion, Parsha Shemini, we learn about the 8th day, by Yom HaShemini, the 8th day of the dedication of the temple. In other words, they went through a dedication for 7 days, and then on the 8th day, they had the final last day of dedication. After the whole service of the 8th day, the Torah tells us that the fire came down from God. It ate up everything on the altar. People saw it, and they were totally blown away, and they sang songs, and they totally prostrated themselves because they got to see God. So the Rebbe asks, what's the idea that it only happened on the 8th day? Why didn't it happen on the 1st, on the 6th, on the 7th? What's unique about the 8th day? And the Rebbe explains, and he says, we find something unique that when Moshe Rabbeinu, when he prophesied, and he always spoke about God, he would say, for example, in the Shira, he said, Az Yasher Moshe, then, and or for example, when Moshe Rabbeinu spoke to God, he says, May uz, from then that I came to speak to Paro. He always used the word uz. What's the word of uz? Uz really means then, but uz actually, numerically, Aleph is 1, Zayin is 7, so he keeps on using the word uz, which numerically refers to 8. But it doesn't say 8, why doesn't it say ches? Because the Rebbe explained it specifically uz. What it means uz, there's 1 that comes first, and then there's 7. What does 1 resemble? 1 resembles the one God, the one infinite God. What does 7 resemble? 7 resembles the world. In other words, God created the world in 7 days, and even Shabbat, as holy as it is, it's part of the world. It's part of the world. But then you have the number 8, which is above nature. So you have 1, which is God. You have 7, which is the 7 days of the week, which is nature. And then you have the ultimate, which is what? Above nature. So in other words, if it was just 8 above nature, that's being disconnected from the world. If it's just 7, then you're in the world. Moshe Rabbeinu was uz. Uz means he had as a focus, it's all about God. It's all about the oneness of God, but he didn't just live in an abstract all about God, but he brought that fascinating, powerful oneness of God into the 7 days of the week and into the materialistic physical world, which is all about nature. When a person lives as Moshe Rabbeinu uz, or in this case it became Shemini, which is the fusion of God into the physical world, then you can merit to see God's fire, and that caused the people to obviously be happy and prostrate themselves. So in other words, to answer the question, how can we merit to see God? Is by bringing God into the materialistic world, and then we will all merit to see the greatest revelation of Baruch. This week's Torah lesson is in memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib and Shlomo Ben Yosef. May their souls be elevated for the Torah that we're studying in their memory. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. For more information on Chabad, please see our website.